Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Friday, August 26th, and it's 05:36. So I just left my camping area at 5:30, and I've already slipped in a cow patty, a fresh cow patty, and fell. So literally, my whole shoe is covered. I stepped right in it. It was covered in dust, so it just looked like part of the trail. So there's my morning already. I've had a long night. It stayed dry last night. I mean, it rained a little bit, but nothing drastic. Thunder and lightning show for a little while. The lightning was cracking close. The thunder was rumbling, but I actually slept good. I had a good 40 straight minutes, which is highly unusual for me to get that long. But that was before it was even dark out. That was at 6 o'clock, when it was still storming out. Then after that, I had struggled, and I didn't fall back asleep not once until about 2:45. All right, this is the area I was trying to get to last night before the storm rolled in and I stopped short. So Kettle Crest Trail it's a pretty good trail, actually. I feel like I've been on it for about 15-20 miles. 1.07, and so now I just got to figure out how to get to the road from from here. But so not bad. I hear the vehicles up here. I'm like a real anxious person. Look at that, it's beautiful. And what hiking has helped me out with is just adapting on the fly and adjusting, adapting, blah, 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 blah. But, because this wasn't in my plans. I wasn't supposed to go to Republic or not. I'm the type of guy who, if I have something to do the next day, my clothes are laid out. I can't sleep the night before. And my dad even mentioned it to me when I talked to him last couple weeks ago. It's like, yeah, man, when you were a kid, if you had anything at all to do out of the normal the following day, you were just a mess as a child the day before. And I pretty much held on to that all through my adult life. But, being out here, you just have to adapt and take it as it comes. I'm not walking the trail right now. But, I'm still heading west and I'm still getting miles, so whatever. And, some people may criticize it, but they're probably ones who have never hiked the trail. So, but there is some, truist out there, or purist, I should say, that you have to hike the trail as it was intended, step for step. And I dig all that. That was my intention with the American Discovery Trail, but that quickly goes out the door just from situations. Well, all this preaching I'm doing this morning, I got to take some of my own medicine right now because I just went 2 miles in the wrong direction. I'm supposed to be going that way on Highway 20. I'm such an idiot. And I don't know why everything, I even thought about this morning. I'm like, man, I should check my map because everything told me I should be going, actually I thought to the right, but I went to the left because I thought this looked like I'm such an idiot. I'm glad I just decided to look at my 4-hour guides. I've been talking too much. I'm like, man, I got to preserve battery. Let me just check my 4-hour guides and make sure I'm on. I'm literally heading east. I'm going in the wrong direction. Hi, I'm an idiot. All right, 6:51. I'm 3.42 miles in, and I'm hitting the road now where I was supposed to come out and make a right. Now, it could have been a much worse mistake. I remember a mile of that was coming out of the woods, so really only a 2-mile little detour, but still, that's what I'm talking about. You got to be flexible and kind of roll with it, because I already wasn't looking forward to this long road walk. Now I got at least 17 miles from here forward. So it puts me at a 20-mile day off the rip, and I got to get around town and find somewhere to camp. It's just, you got to roll with it, and I'm pissed. But the only thing you can do is laugh because you're an idiot. It's a self-inflicted wound. This road walk and tomorrow's road walk, before I link back up with the trail, is going to be, we'll call it 30 miles, even though it's going to be a little less than that. The same section of trail that dips down and goes up is 56 miles. So I'm basically cutting out, I'm cutting out 56 miles of trail, but I'm also walking 30 miles anyway. So at the end of the day, that's 26 miles, I believe, I'm saving by taking the road as opposed to walking the trail. So It's gotten a little chilly as I dip down, which is unusual. I must have hit a little pocket cold air. I had to put the sleeves down. I could see my breath and everything. It's quickly going from, well, you know what's funny, where Republic's at, it's like 15 degrees cooler than from where Orville's at. And, you know, they're close to, you know, it's like 50 miles or something in between the two, but completely different weather. So, all right, it's 8:30, guys. I'm 8.80 miles in. So I'm just stepping along. Nice pace. Can't ask for much more. I got a nice shoulder. It's all been downhill ever since I corrected my mistake from going the wrong way. All right, guys, 9:41, and I'm in town. So you know what that means. For 20.95 miles, but I only hiked 11 of it. So awesome little town. A beautiful, a wonderful lady, a retired Wireland firefighter, was actually driving hikers back. They're actually headed westbound. So they must have just been ahead of me. Anyway, they're going back to the start of the trail where I came off, and they're going to be hiking west. So I might pass up with them again here because I'm, you know, taking some time off in Orville. Anyway, the food co-op here, I bought 2, 4, 6, like 6 Cliff Bars, Kate's Best Bar, all that stuff. But more importantly, they have a power outlet in the back where you can plug your stuff in. You can actually leave your pack there and walk around town and all. So they it's a good stop is what I'm saying. So I have my power bank plugged in right there. All right, I actually got 8. So I got 2 of these, which are 200 calories, which is great. 2 of these little snacks, 230 calories. 2 Cliff Bars and 2 Kate's Real Food Bars. So that's not bad at all for 20 bucks. And I just spent $20 again in, no, more than 20. What did I spend? $30 in there. Can of Chew, Red Bull, bean and beef burrito, and then 5 Gatorades. So I'm filled up on Gatorades. So basically, I think I have $3 or $4 cash and $9 in my bank. But I'll go back and buy probably another Red Bull for tomorrow morning and a Gatorade or 2 for later, and that's it, or soda maybe. And that's it for the day. There's an outlet right here. I don't know if it works. We'll see. Fingers crossed. Well, power's working, which is so unusual, charging this and charging my phone. So unusual for a place that has a homeless. So I'm happy. Sitting here in this park all day long now. I probably don't need to leave my power bank up there, but I might as well. And that's it. So this is what I'll be doing, sitting over there at that table, doing absolutely nothing for a couple hours, just getting some juice. All right, 3 o'clock, guys. Heading down into this wilderness trail. That's where I was at getting power for, it's 3 o'clock right now. So I've been there. I've been getting some form of power since 10 a.m. I went and got my power bank around 1, brought it down here. Long story short, I'm fully resupplied. I ended up going in and getting some extra. I got a Red Bull for tomorrow. All my Gatorades are still full. I got a Sprite in the back. Got a couple snack packs still to eat. Had a can of beefaroni and a gas station burrito. So my stomach is paying for it right now, but I'm ready to roll. I could have stayed there and got more and more and more power, but it's just time to go lay down, dude. I'm exhausted. Wow. That was a little too steep for these shoes with no grip, and I started sliding, and then I couldn't stop, and I started running, and I stopped right here. Oh man, that could have gotten whew. I was like, literally, as I was falling, like running down the hill, I just kept thinking that my ankle was gonna snap. This trail is a death trap. I just stepped here, and I went up to like mid shin, just through between 2 logs into some disgusting swamp water. So now I might as well walk across the creek because it doesn't matter because I'm wet. And when I get out of this wet shit stuff tomorrow, I'll put on my final good pair of socks. Well, now that I'm wet, I might as well just walk the creek and try to find some place. But the problem is I don't want to be wet tomorrow morning when I leave nice and early. So I'd like to find a place where I can exit and stay dry. I don't know if that's going to be a possibility right now or not, though. All right, well, let's not hope for a lot of rain today. It's very low chance of rain, but I'm going to clear this out, brush to the side, and get down to, like, you know, where the rocks are buried, or get rid of that glass and stuff and put my tent here. I'm going to have to put on wet shoes in the morning, leave these soaking wet socks on because I'm going to have to get wet again tomorrow morning. I'll go up to where I was just at. I'll take off the wet socks and put on my old pair of filthy hard as a rock socks, and I'll wear them. It's only 8 miles, which 8 miles is enough to tear your feet up, but because I'm already missing some KT tape, and now even more is going to come off because it just got wet. But I'll walk as long as I can and dry my shoe out on the road tomorrow, and then sometime tomorrow when my shoes dry, I'll put on my last pair of good socks. Ow! I don't know what stinging nettles are, but they've been mentioned in the comments numerous times during bushwhack, but I'm just ripping out. I'll show you some of this stuff. Some of these weeds are here, and something got me thorn-wise, and both my hands now are burning. So I don't know if that's a stinging nettle or not, but it's not well, it's actually pretty uncomfortable, but it's not like overbearing or anything, but it doesn't feel good. Oh yeah, look, I got a bunch. If you probably can't see that. I got a bunch of little stickers in my fingers. That's what's burning. That can't be good. All right, 4:40, guys. My stomach is an absolute mess from shoveling beefaroni and that burrito down it. I got her set up here. She's not doing real good, and I didn't think about this, but the stakes don't want to hold. They can't get down because of the rocks, so I got rocks on them holding them. And then where they do go down, it's too sandy, so they just go straight down, don't really hold, but it should be good as long as I don't get no storms tonight. But I can't really complain about my view. I should have every little small rodent and animal running up and down in front of me tonight. Alright guys, good morning. It's 0540 on Saturday, August 27th. And I'm heading out of this. This is going to be what you would classify as a shit show. It's just water everywhere. I'm trying to do this without getting soaked and without falling in holes like I did yesterday. Another long night of... I didn't fall asleep until 3:30. And 4:45 I was getting out of the tent slowly. I didn't drink my Red Bull yet. I used so much power last night surfing the internet because I had service, which I usually don't when I'm camping out here on this hike. So I'm glad to go up here. I need to dry out a little bit anyway, especially if I have to go through all this crap. But I'm going to work my way back there, start getting some power, and then drink my Red Bull and just relax for a little bit. All right, well, I actually made it out of there much, much better than I made it in there yesterday. I'm wet, but I'm not saturated from head to toe. Walking through the bushes with the dew, plus my shoes. Now if I can just make it up this steep, steep hill that I came flying down yesterday, and I thought, literally, all I could think about was snapping my leg, and that's what was going through my mind. I'm like, oh, I was just talking about quitting from getting hurt, and I'm going to snap my leg. Wow. I'm glad I got to get new shoes here in a couple of days, because if I got to do a scramble up the side of a mountain like I've had to do numerous times on this trail already, I couldn't make it up. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's probably not coming up here, but it's pretty steep to get down there. I was just slipping. My hiking poles were digging in, so my arms were shaking. And I don't have my pack strapped up, so it's pulling me back even more. But I just thought it was going to be a quick walk. Anyway, you got to have them Vibram grips out here, guys. This was a big, dumb mistake I made. Big, big, dumb mistake. And although it hasn't bit me in the butt, but it could have very well. I was just going to say this place is dead. And then down there in the street, there's just some guy walking in the street. I don't know if it's coming on my phone. But it's dead. I love the mornings. In the most busy places. Oh, look at all the baby ducks running. I think they're ducks. Sorry, I don't think it's coming on my phone. Alright guys, 9 o'clock. A little later start than I wanted. An hour later start to be exact, but no big deal. I only had to do 8.5 miles to get back to the trail, and then that's all I'm really looking to do today unless I'm feeling good. My legs are extremely tight today, which is unusual, like my hamstrings and all. Probably because I was striding good yesterday, walking on the road for them 11 miles. I mean, I was doing good time. Well, 3 miles an hour, that's good for me. So my toes are a little beat up. Tried to KT tape them, but being that my feet were damp or wet, actually, We'll see how long it holds on there. But it was a good little stop in that town. I felt good. I felt strong hiking them 11 miles. I definitely would have made it into town, no later than like 2 o'clock. But it was nice getting that ride. I still felt good because I did half it by myself. But I did end up cheating a little bit, obviously, with the ride because it knocks off. Even though I'm cutting out trail miles, at least in my head, I was like, oh, I'm road walking. I'm just taking a different route. So if someone offers me a ride today, although my back is already screaming, my back is, I don't know, man. I keep messing around. A lot of this the chest strap helps alleviate the pain if I undo it, but I hate hiking with it open. Anyway, someone offers me a ride today, I'm turning it down. I gotta hike these miles. Well, I stuck to what I said. Lovely lady just pulled up and she goes, "Are you through hiking the PNC? You need a ride to Sweat Creek?" And I said, "No thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it, but I'm gonna get these miles." She's like, "All right, have a good day." So see, I stuck to what I said. And then usually when I do that, I instantly regret it. A black bear cub just crossed up here, right where that minivan's slowing down. He must have seen it too. I'm not worried about the cub. I'm just looking for the mom who I haven't seen cross yet. So I'm going to wait here a minute. I was pulling my phone out to get the cub because the cub just was sitting on the shoulder. But when that minivan started coming, the cub shot across. It's been about 5 minutes and maybe 3 minutes. But one, I never seen where the cub went, so I'm assuming it just ran up this hill. But a dog was just barking, so I'm just worrying about this mom. All right, well, I'm through the area. Definitely no mom around, so I mean, anything could happen. She could have died, got hit by a car, been shot. But that definitely wasn't no yearling. And even if it was, yearlings are still usually with their moms. That was definitely born this year. All right. Sweat Creek should be coming up here in another half mile, 3/4 mile, something like that. But I'm back in National Forest land. Here, piggy. Alright guys, 12 o'clock. I'm 9.09 miles in. So a little further than I thought. But I'm here at Sweat Creek Trailhead. And I'm pretty sure I'm done for the day. My feet are... I'm just beat. I'm telling you, these long stretches beat me up. But you already heard all this before, so I'm just gonna walk around here. There's supposed to be water about 2/10 of a mile up. I'm gonna go look for that. Last night when I couldn't sleep, I was reading an article from hikers, the trek. I try not to read the trek too much. They get a little, whatever. But anyway, I read the article and the hiker said try doing this for like 15 minutes every day. And it makes sense because when I was in my hike across America, at night I always wanted my head to be lower than my feet. And then I would put my rain gear at the bottom of my blow-up mat so my feet were elevated. I felt like it helped. So this makes sense to me. So I'm going to sit here for like 10, 15 minutes and just give it a try because my feet have just been getting extremely sore. I mean, my toes are struggling. I think my tape's all bunched up. That's why my toes hurt right now. But I'll find out in a second when I take my socks off. But look at that money shot. OnlyFans, baby. $19.95 a month. That pinky toe on the right foot, the left foot was bunched up, but not the right. Man, this toe is so painful. Just touching the top and the side. Oh, I don't know what goes on with that foot, but man, it's amazing how much a little pinky toe can hurt. Like, it almost feels like it's broken, but it's puffy. I don't know. It hurts. And I touch it, like it hurts so much when I'm like moving it around, like, and just throbbing right now. Like it goes to my stomach, and I'm like, it's a little pinky toe. Like, really, get over it. All right, well, I think this is where I'm going to camp at. It's only like, the parking lot's right there. Like, not even, it's a tenth of a mile back. So I think I get to throw my tent right here. There's a couple spots right around the parking lot, but then, you know, people see when they pull into the parking lot. So this should work just fine. Good morning, everybody. It's 06 on Sunday, August 28th, I believe. It's Sunday. It's cold. I was just thinking, I was like, man, I like this Senshi design fleece. You know, I like stuff that not everybody has and blah, blah, blah. But a fleece is just a fleece. But I've been thinking, I'm like, I think it's a little too light. I mean, I do carry a puffy coat with me. So this would definitely be, I think, too light if you're dependent on just this. Like for shoulder. There you go. English seasons. So seasons, yeah. So I think maybe, anyway, I just look and I got a big hole in it already. And I haven't wore this much. I mean, I might have put this on 15 times this hike in 2 months. Shouldn't really need during the summer, but she's cold right now. Anyway, it's not a big deal. It's really light. So I think I might send them an email, see what they have that's heavier. Or I might just go back to the Patagonia R1 that I had. That thing was durable and it did everything I needed. I just missed a beautiful fox. Nice and fluffy. It almost looked like it had its winter coat on already. But it should be a little early. I mean, I think they should start getting the winter coats now. It was a red fox. Pretty sure, but I didn't get a chance to analyze it. 100% a fox, though. It's a big fox. And at first I thought it was a small coyote. Which, I mean, I guess it could have been. I didn't get much time to analyze it, but I watched it. It was a fox. You can tell by the way it had this little hop as it runs. I'm moving slow. I'm like, I keep telling myself I only got to do 15, but like, how many days am I going above 15? So I still got a full day of hiking ahead of me. I don't know what I'm thinking in my head. You're walking on the trail I'm walking on. Hey, girl. Hey, Mama. I'm not going to bother her. I'm just walking, Mom. Mom does not look happy. Well, I had phone service up here, so I'm like, let me just call and double check on my reservation. Just, I don't know, because it was real windy and we were having trouble hearing each other, and the phone service was crap. Anyway, I'm glad I did because she only had me booked in for a night. And I'm like, oh no, I want to stay a week, so I'm good now. She says that they still have plenty of spots open, even though it's the holiday weekend. So I'd have been good anyway, but all good. And I told her, I was like, I'm not trying to take advantage of the hiker rate. If you got to charge me, you know, regular price, that's fine. Because I know, you know, a week's a long stay. Most hikers aren't doing that. She's like, you'd be surprised how many hikers stay here for a week. So it makes me feel better. Just took a little break and ate some mashed potatoes. I'm just dragging today. Like I said, it's I'm just, you know, these, I already talked about it, but these long stretches that just wear on me. All right, guys, I'm 7.97 in, so almost 8 miles. My toes are hurting. Today might be a 10-mile day. Oh, well, I'll make it up later. Whenever. This is the spring. It's maybe a drip every minute or so coming out of there at the nozzle up top. I'll pass. Even though I only have about 25, 30 ounces of fluid left, but I think I'll be passing a creek coming up here in another mile. Do you know car phones came around in 1946? I'm listening to a podcast. Like, what? Can you imagine what kind of pimp you had to be having a phone back in 1946 in your vehicle? I mean, it was probably like a box, you know, a suitcase. But anyway, here's the creek, and this is going to be challenging. I know this probably doesn't appear to be challenging because there's water running, but especially if I can't find a place that the water's moving at a good pace up high and get my bag lower, it's going to be hard to fill my bag. So I might have to go right into the cup Let me try to dig that out a little bit. I'll figure it out, obviously. If I have to put it straight into the cup and use the tablets, I will. Or I can even cup it and then into my bag and then filter it. But then there's dirty water already in the cup, so that probably isn't a good idea. I mean, in my Nalgene. All right, it's like 4 o'clock, guys. I've just been laying here. I'm just going to set the tent up. It's already getting chilly. I got a flat little spot here. The trail's like literally right up there. Just looking ahead on my map, I only have about another mile to go before I hit the road here, where it's supposed to be getting crazy. Well, hikers, I think, are a little bit dramatic sometimes, all this stuff, but, you know, keep to yourself out here. I don't think there should be any issues, but I don't want to camp anywhere along the road anyway, just because of all the notes that I read. But it looks like I got about 10 miles to go before I get to this alternate that goes around Mount Bonaparte or Lake Bonaparte, or both, I think, because of a fire last year, the year before. Anyway, I got about 40 miles of road walking ahead of me before I link up with a trail again to take me into Orville. So, all right, good morning, everybody. It's Monday, August 29th, 06:15, and just hitting the trail right now. I'm like angry this morning. Woke up angry all night long. I was stewing over stuff. It's been like a Danzig and Pantera and Rage Against the Machine morning. Which I make playlists on my YouTube Music. I use YouTube Music because I'm a YouTube Premium member because I hated commercials, even though now, I've been there for years, but now they just do commercials in their videos anyway. But, so I make playlists for like when I'm in moods. But when you don't have service, the playlists don't work. So you just got to go in and shuffle through. I think I have 450 songs saved now. But I did just find out I can still search my music even when I have no service. So like I can just type in Pantera and it brings it up to what I have downloaded of them. So that's good. Anyway, on the move. I'm in a bad mood today because I was thinking, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but when I was in Republic, I made a post on Instagram showing my tent leak and showing the puddle that I was sleeping in. I had like a leaky faucet music playing. Drip, 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 drip. And I tagged Tarp Tent. Well, Tarp Tent messaged me and they were like, really? We told you what you had to do to get that fixed. So we had a couple messages back and forth, and they had the balls to tell me, oh, this is extremely frustrating to us. Really? And I was polite in response, but I've been like stewing on that. Oh, it's frustrating to you? Oh, it's not frustrating to me, someone who has $2,000 a month to deal with, and someone who spent $1,500 in the last year and a half on 2 tents, and I've only gotten 30 days out of them combined before a major failure. Oh, I'm sorry that this is frustrating to you because I tagged you. Now, maybe I shouldn't have tagged them, but I tag all the gear that I post, good or bad. So I don't know. There's a reroute coming up here, and everyone says make sure you don't miss the reroute because it says you will end up in a section that you don't want to be in. It's extremely posted with like do not trespass, crosshairs on like people's faces and all. I might cut out all that ranting, but I can definitely tell I took a caffeine pill and then I took a half of one, so I got 300 milligrams of caffeine in me this morning as opposed to the 200. All right, guys, just got some fluid here. The stream's actually running nice, perfect. I dip my bag in and fill up with Nada shoes. I just hate squeezing that bag, man, for that much. So I kept one full Nalgene of the funky water. I just topped it off with some fresh water. So it's going to be a little iodine cow patty tasting. And then I dumped this out and refilled it with fresh water. And got my other Nalgene filled up with that fresh water. So onto the road I go now. Oops. So there's just trash everywhere. I mean, trash everywhere. The amount of dumping that goes on out here in the middle of nowhere is crazy. Meanwhile, there's probably a dump. There's always a dump in the middle of nowhere. Look at this. Some guy just drove by me. And then I heard a car pulling up behind me. And I thought it was someone, coming up on this lane, slowing down, going to say something. But it was him reversing. He's like, hey, you hungry? And I'm like, I don't want to bother anyone. So I'm like, no, I'm good, man. He's like, you sure? I got this large burrito bowl. And that's still warm and fresh. He's like, I'm going to toss it, though. I'm not hungry anymore. Look at this. Oh man, looks like mac and cheese, pulled pork. I'm gonna shovel this in my throat, so I need to eat it now because I'm not gonna carry this. How awesome is this? It's delicious. Mac and cheese, pulled pork and barbecue sauce, some kind of bean and rice. It's all good. I'm gonna eat some and then put the rest in there. This is what happens last night when I shovel all them extra bars down my throat. The trail always provides. Awesome. Nope, let me cover this up. Now, the old man in me, you know, from Philadelphia, you gotta be cautious when you're accepting food off of random strangers, right? But I don't know, you just get the overall vibe from, you know, looking at him, talking to him. He had a little dog in the back, driving a Subaru Outback, probably in his 30s. But, you know, that was warm. So he either bought that last night and heated up this morning and lives close by, or he just bought that somewhere, you know, not 10, 15 minutes away. So I'm assuming he bought that for himself. Then he saw me and he started thinking to himself, oh, I should probably help that homeless man out or something. That's why he backed up. So that's why I took it. It was delicious, and I'm really looking forward to lunch now. All right, it's 10:15, guys. I'm 9.09 miles in, and I've already gained about 1,200 feet of elevation. It's been a lot of uphill. Hot out on this road. Small buck up there. I don't know if it's coming up in front. Murr! Murr! Too sunny on my phone. I can't see if that's coming up for you guys. There he is. It's a mule deer, small one. I think if I take this road, it'll shave off like a mile. If I stay on this road where the sign's taking me and where my route's supposed to go, it's like another 7.5 miles. But I'm going to keep going the route just because this road is better on my blistered feet. I don't want to start walking on gravel unless I have to. Alright, it's 1:15, guys. I'm 16.07 miles in. So, it just seems like road walking. As long as I get out of that elevation climb, I can get miles in. And my feet are on fire right now. They're like raw hamburger. But it's once you get a rhythm, you just keep going. I keep shifting the pack around on my shoulders so my neck and my back, you know, I don't want to stop because I'm at the point now when you stop, you're done. But I at least want to get up here to the Lost Lakes if I can get some clean water. I'm not going to be able to camp there. I'm hoping I can camp somewhere around there because once I take my pack off and hydrate there, it's pretty much going to be over for me. It's hot enough to where I was thinking about down here there's a day use area for this campground, you know, so you can access the lake. And I was going to go swimming and clean myself up, but I can't do that because all my KT tape will come off my toes. And that'll be an ugly situation, as I'm finding out with the blisters on my one foot right now. Which I made the right decision by staying on this road. This has been much, I don't even feel it. It's when you hit them rocks in different angles. Like I just felt it there because I took a long, like if I leave this back foot down flat too long, I feel it. But otherwise, I'm good. These trees are just massive. First of all, the thickness on them, you just don't get much in Pennsylvania, but they're actually tall trees. And I'm next to Big Tree Trailhead. All right, 2:45, guys. I was just at the caretaker's house. Awesome guy back there. Turned on the hose for me. I filled up both my Nalgene's, cleaned them out, sucked out a bunch. I don't want to dump out my Hawaiian Punch, even though I should have because it's funky water. He gave me 3 kind bars, so I'm going to swallow at least 1 or 2 of them right now. He told me I could have camped there for free. He's like, we're almost completely empty. He's like, there's plenty of spots if you want for free. It's $15 a night though. I could have charged up there, but I don't know. I'm in this mood. I want to get moving. So I'm going to go get some more miles in. It's only about another mile back to the road junction. Man, how good have I eaten today? I had a huge, like, brisket, or no, pulled pork, breakfast burrito bowl. I just had 2 kind bars, which kind bars are probably the best. They're just only 190 calories, though. This one was coconut almond. It was good. I just ate 2, and I still have 1 in my pouch for later. I went from struggling on food to eating great. I'll hit the church tomorrow and eat good again. And legally, I can camp anywhere, he said. I mean, I'm sure I asked him, because some place, like when I was in Utah, if you were within like 7 miles of a paid campground, you couldn't camp anywhere on National Forest land or BLM land out there. But he says once I'm out of the campground area, which I am now, I can camp anywhere. I feel a little bad now. I kind of rushed in and rushed out of that back there. I wasn't expecting to run into a caretaker or get some kind bars or anything. I was just looking for like a, you know, like a pump system or a spigot. But I seen him right next to the caretaker house, and I asked. But anyway, I feel bad. I was kind of in and out. I just didn't want to stop too long and lose this, you know what I mean? This little motivation I'm going, although I'm kind of quickly dying right now. All right, guys, it's at 3:35. I'm done. As soon as you start thinking about it, man, and it's over. It's still a good, productive day. I did 21.21 miles in 9 hours. That's a couple breaks in there too. Gained 1876, lost 1889. So good day. I'm probably going to set up right around here. There's a jet flying over somewhere. The road's right there, but it shouldn't be that busy of a road. Ooh, I just got dizzy. Probably looking at setting up somewhere like right here. I'll figure it out, but shut up. Squirrel's driving me nuts, and he keeps running around the tent, running right up above me, knocking stuff on the tree onto my tent. All right, good morning, everybody. It's 05:35 on Tuesday, August 30th. I'm out moving a little earlier today. I had actually, I was sleeping good for a little while. I slept good from about midnight till 3. But anyway, I woke up at 4:15 this morning, and I must have been really tossing and turning in my sleep, because my support pole was down, the tent was laying on me. I was like tearing up. Ooh, what's that? I think it's a deer. Yep. Sorry, it's probably not coming up because it's dark, but... Oop, that didn't work. Anyway. You know, I just had the same dream I have 20 times a night. It's literally the same dream over and over. I'm just, so I couldn't sleep, but I don't know why I was, like fighting or tossing and turning so much that I would rip my support pole down and everything else. He's still running down there, crossing the road. I have no clue if they count my camera. This be a good spot to hunt. All right, well, I took 2 caffeine pills. Where yesterday I was breaking the second one in half. So I took 400 milligrams. Let me tell you what, it's too much. I'm cold because it's cold out, but I'm sweat. I just feel icky. Definitely too much. I mean, I'm sure if I would adapt to it, but there's no need. I think one is fine. The 1.5 was good after taking one for like a week, but... All right, I'm only 2 miles in, but I'm already feeling much better. You know, in past times when I'd have like an intense nightmare like that, where all that happened, that would affect me all day long. And that's because I would just, you know, be in my room alone. Oh, let me take some of my medicine, and I'd be shoveling stuff, you know, food in my face. So there's definitely something to be said about, you know, like I hear all the time, working out. Because I'm already, it's like I shook it off already. Which is, I don't know how to explain it. It's unusual. So obviously, you know, getting out and moving has something to do with it, I'm assuming. So, you know, when you're struggling with stuff, even though you don't want to do it and it sucks, I would recommend you just get out and move. Go on a run, go on a hike, even if you just go walk the neighborhood, something. I mean, you know, I don't really know what I'm talking about. What do I know? But I can definitely notice that I've shaken it off already. I heard. Right there. Arr! Arr! Hope that came up. Actually, I mean, it could be wolves. It's loud. I think about that. It could be wolves. I don't have any experience with wolves, so. All right, 8:45, guys. I'm 8.68 in. I believe I'm supposed to make a left to go into follow the trail, but I'm making a right and heading up to this church, which I believe, oh, it's right there. I was going to say not even a half mile up. Oh, there's a truck out there. Uh-oh. Oh, I don't want to talk to people. All right, there's a whole cash box outside, which I haven't looked at, and they said there may be some meals in here. P&T hikers are welcome to the Popeyes pizzas or breakfast. Nice. Oh, are you kidding me? I've been craving pizza forever. Oh, this is the greatest place in the world. How awesome is this? I mean, how awesome. Like, could you ask for anything better than this? Thank you. And it's unlocked. You can come in. You can actually, I could have camped in here last night or outside, and I could have charged up my power. This is an incredible place. I mean, this is awesome. I'm eating a deep dish supreme pizza. This is awesome. How nice of them to do this. This place is incredible. I only had $2 cash in my pocket, so I left a little note, left that there. Just, that's all I had, just to say thank you. I had the box of pizzas, which had 2 small ones. I'm having a Popeye, and that's it. Open it here up. For P&T hikers, there's apples, so I grabbed an apple, and the food cachet box out front, there was only a soup and a refried bean, so I grabbed the refried beans so I can have tomorrow. So I'm good. This place is incredible. I'm on the internet. It's just incredible. I mean, this is great. All right, guys, 10:33. I'm leaving. Got some power. I got my phone up to 100. Put a little juice in my battery bank. More than enough. I think I checked the map. I'm only like 20 miles from town, so. Well, like right outside. It's like 23 miles from the heart of town. I could get there today if I really want to push it, but nah, maybe not. I'm already 8.95 miles in. But I was getting antsy in there. I could have sat there all day and camped in there and ate and everything, but I mean, might as well get out and get to work. At least get another 5, 6, you know, at least I want to hit 15 today just so I can have 2 productive days in a row. Hey, girls. Hey, I had an apple I was going to give you. Oh, you coming over? Hey, girls. Good girls. Woo, it's getting hot. It's 12 o'clock. I'm at 13.14 miles in. I just stopped and got water from a little culvert. I guess we're getting up here for the next 15 miles or so. There's not much water. It's like all nasty cow ponds and all. So hot. 15.59 miles. This is the Wilcox Trailhead. There's a P&T sign, which haven't been seen many recently. I'm going that way. I got about 13 miles of trail and then about 3 miles of road walking, and I'm done. I mean, I could do that tomorrow, but I don't have no money. So I'll just get as close as I can to town and camp tomorrow, and that's it. Wait till Thursday. Anyway, there's a spring coming up here, supposed to be. A couple people said they couldn't find it. So I'm gonna go look for the spring. And then get on the trail, and it looks like there's some flat areas right around there. I'm done. I'm done for the day. I mean, I still have energy, I can go, but it's just too hot, and I gotta have something to do tomorrow, so. All right, good morning, everybody. It's 6:30 a.m. Wednesday, August 31st. It's my last day in the field before I take a week off. I couldn't sleep much last night with all this racket with these animals, and I had like an attack of the killer mice running around my tent. So I was messing around on my phone, and basically I'm out of power. My phone's at 70%. My battery bank just went down to 1 dot. So I'm not going to be able to do a whole lot today on my phone. But anyway, you know, I haven't been feeling that hot about the miles I've been hiking, even though I feel like I've been doing more. I've gone 326 miles at this point. So by the time I get to town, tomorrow of going 340 miles in 3 weeks. I think that's respectable. Like the more I think about it, that's okay. I think I haven't done the math, but that's basically 100 miles every 7 days, a little more. So that's 15 miles a day by some quick invisible math in my head by my Catholic education. All right, 7 o'clock, guys, or 07, on my way. Supposedly it got up to 98 yesterday here in town, so I didn't quite feel that heat. It was hot coming up the road, but not 98 hot, like, 9, whatever. But then again, by the time it was the heat of the day, I was already sitting in the shade here doing nothing. So today's supposed to hit 100. That's in town, obviously I think like 2,000 feet down, but still, you got the idea. Just taking my time for some reason. I'm hungry. I'm hangry this morning. My stomach's making all kinds of noises. I'm only at 2.30 miles in. I'm barely moving at 2 miles an hour. And, I mean, you could be making good time on this section of trail. Trying to put off as long as I can before I eat. I think we're a couple days over 2 weeks since I left Medellina Falls and had my last, cleaned out my phone and got a video posted. Anyway, I've done a tremendous amount of filming. I'm probably going to have to put 3 videos out to cover the last 2 weeks. 2 weeks and change. But anyway, my phone's only at 62% capacity. And that's with, I think I have almost 500 songs downloaded now. That's with about 50 hours of podcasts and all kinds of other crap downloaded. So that's good. All right, I figure I haven't shown anyone this. I don't know if everyone's familiar with cold soaking, they call it, but it is what I mean. I don't know if I call this cold soaking, but whatever. I have some refried beans in there from yesterday and then a soup from the church. So I mixed it up. I forgot I had a little bit of them refried beans left. So I just filled up with water. The refried beans will actually take a lot of that. And then I'm going to put this in the back of my pack and continue to walk for a couple miles. And when I get done, all that water should be gone and everything should be puffed up and I should be ready to eat. Well, if I lie, I'm going to eat right here. Nice view. And I got a little service. Look how much that blew up. That's awesome. Yummy, yummy, yummy in my tummy. Well, there's Orville. Not quite exactly sure where Main Street's at or whatnot, but maybe that hardtop road going right down there. I expected more of a, that might just be the outskirts or something. I don't know. I expected a little more of a city, a town, but there might be a couple buildings down there I can't see. Maybe it's closer down to here or something. I'm not sure. That might be the suburb of it. I gotta say, this kind of sucks being so close to salvation and fatness and soda. Yet being so far away with not a penny to my name. Actually, negative pennies, negative $4.90. I should have timed it better. I actually should have probably hung out all day yesterday at the church. Camped there. That way I had plenty of power to mess around with today. And I would be, stuffed to the gills. And then left and hiked to here today. All right, it's 12:30, guys. I'm 9.42 miles in. Like I said, I've just been taking my time. I don't know if these are the thimbleberries or something everyone's talking about. They don't look edible, but I got about another mile, maybe 2 to go until I'm going to look for camping. That way I only have a short little 3-mile jaunt into town tomorrow. All right, 10 after 1, guys. Water. I'm glad because what I have left is getting super hot. And I can't complain for as hot and as sticky as it is today. The last, I'm 10.92 in and I'm done for the day. I might backtrack a little to try to find a camping area if there's not one around here. But 5, maybe 6 of the last miles we're in the shade. The trail is mostly shaded, so I cannot complain at all for how hot it is. All right, 3 o'clock, guys. I've got the tent set up. It's starting to drizzle on and off, so I'm let me just get it set up. I got nothing else to do. I'm done for the day anyway. Looking forward to tomorrow. A couple hikers came by. They're camping in the general area here. They're just real quiet, so I don't know. But looking forward to tomorrow. Check in with everyone tomorrow on my 5-mile walk to town. All right, I'll see everyone tomorrow. All right, guys, it's 8 o'clock on Wednesday night, and I'm like a little kid waiting for Christmas. I just I actually slept pretty good through the heat of the day when it was raining on and off from about, when did I get in my tent? 3 o'clock? Like 3 till 7. I napped pretty well, but now I'm up. So just ate a little bit of mashed potatoes I had left. So now I'm bored and hungry, and this is usually when I'm shoveling 3 or 4 bars down my throat or whatever candy I have. So it's midnight. Can't sleep, but it just sounds incredible out here tonight. All right, guys, it's good morning. It's Thursday morning, September 1st, and it's 3:38 a.m. And I just can't take it anymore. I got to get moving, so I'm going to take my time and hopefully get into town around 6, I'm guessing, hopefully. I have 5 miles to go, so I'm going to have to really take my time, but because it's not like I'm gaining much elevation, if any. But hopefully a gas station or something's open, I can get some power because my phone's down to 20% or 19%, something that's low. Anyway, time to get moving. Where am I going here? Pretty sure this is the earliest or second earliest I've ever gotten up on the day I was going into town. This is definitely the earliest I've gotten up to be this close to town, I can tell you that. I think when I finished Iowa and I was right on the border of Iowa and Nebraska, and I went to that hotel. I don't know if you guys remember, but I forget the name of the park, but I spent like 4 days in a state park. I was posting videos in electricity. Anyway, I got lost coming out in the morning, and I was covered in like thickets and thorns and, you know, all kinds of crap. I got up early that morning too. Pizza, Red Bull, and bourbon. Pizza, Red Bull, and bourbon. I'm fat, and that's okay. I just hiked 300 miles this May. This May doesn't work because it wasn't May. But, yeah. I earned it, baby. So I'm going to go be fat. I'm fat. I'm so excited that I can just be a hog. Today's border wait time will be 5 minutes. All right, 6 o'clock, guys. I'm in a little park right here getting power. I'm in town, obviously, now, all the way in. Already dropped $60 at the gas station on a burrito that's actually not that good at all, but I don't care. I'm swallowing it. 2 Red Bulls, didn't have a bigger one. You know, chew. Whatever. There's a Wells Fargo here, so I was all excited. I got to pull out well, not a large amount of money, but, you know, a chunk of money without getting killed in all these fees they charge me. And my motel is right, I believe... I already forget, but I know I didn't pass it that long ago when I was walking here. So it's going to work out perfect. There it is, right there. It's my motel. The only problem is, the other side says no vacancy. So maybe I won't be able to get in as early as I wanted to, but no big deal. And then the gas station's right there, and the supermarket's a block down that way. So it's like literally perfect. It literally says, back from the border, you're welcome here. The other side says, the place you stay at when you can't get a room in Canada. So it is what it is. All right, just sitting here drinking my Red Bull. I've already spent a crazy amount of money this morning. I ordered new shoes. I have my foam mat getting mailed out to me. I have my solar panel getting mailed out to me. So I'm just paying for the shipping on them, obviously. Leuco tape, KT tape, blister tape. I forgot to get anti-friction stuff. Whatever. What else did I order? Aqua mirror and Sawyer spray. So I had to order 2 things from REI because they were going to take too long to come from Amazon. And then I ordered some stuff from Amazon. So it looks like everything should be here by Thursday. So I'm supposed to check out Thursday. So hopefully everything comes a little earlier. But we have a holiday on Monday, so I don't know. But I went with Merrill shoes, some whatever, I don't know. It ended up being 150 with rush shipping to get here by Wednesday. That's not much of a rush. I was looking to overnight it, but whatever. There's my motel, and more importantly, here's the pizza place right across the street, baby. I'm so excited. Not too much travel size stuff, but I got 2 little deodorants, little body wash, little conditioner. That's more for my beard, but and I had to get full size lotions and Head and Shoulders. It's got to be done. They're gonna have good. I'm looking for spam singles. I'm not buying food yet. I'm just looking to see what they have. They got Crystal Lights with caffeine in them, though. Thank you. Well, I just went into the hotel, and no one was at the front desk, so I picked up the phone anyway. They're talking about maybe around 1 o'clock, so they were full last night. So, and I know the person I just talked to wasn't the person I've been talking to, so it wasn't Allison. So we'll see. I'll wait a couple more hours and pop back in, probably like around noon or so. I'll go try it again. Oh, all right. Good morning, everybody. It's Friday morning. Friday, right? I checked in Thursday. Whatever. It's the next day. It's September 2nd. There's my pizza. I took a shower yesterday. I swallowed a large pizza, swallowed a sandwich, and I slept. Sorry I didn't get no video. But I actually ended up meeting 4 hikers here out front. They were, if you guys remember when I was coming in the Republic, the lady stopped me to give me a ride. They were the hikers she was taking back. So they literally been right behind me. Like, we must have been camping within it sometimes, literally like within 2 miles of each other. They just missed me at the church by 30 minutes. So they, when I was in town yesterday, 3 hours later, they pulled in. So they've really been on my tail, but they're only spending one night like a normal hiker. I feel like an idiot. I'm like, hey, I bought some beard trimmers if anybody wants to use it. These are like real hikers. They don't want a beard trimmer. I'm the only one that cares about shaving my head, and I'm the only idiot that's buying deodorant and baby powder and stuff so I can feel clean for a couple days. But honestly, this stuff's important. At least the baby powder wasn't important. That was an impulse buy, but lotion's important for my skin. And I like the smell half decent, especially when I'm going to be here for a week, you know what I mean? So I don't want to be nasty. The razors, I didn't need to get razors and the beard trimmers, but it kind of happened that way. Anyway, I'm making this whole video because I got, there's like a 200-mile section. Well, it's a 180-mile section from Ross Lake, which is the next section I get to after going through the wilderness. Someone before that, I'm babbling. Fire closures. We got a bunch of wildfires in the area, so I don't know what they're going to do. Most hikers, I guess, are breaking off the trail and then getting down the Route 20 and then hitchhiking all the way to Concrete. So it looks like I'm going to miss the Cascades National Park. It's basically from Ross Lake, a little before Ross Lake, to Cascade National Park. So it messes me up because now I have a super long hike in front of me, but I don't know where I'm going to, I don't know what to do yet. So I'm leaning towards maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure. I might just get down to the 20 and then road walk the 20, all them like almost 200 miles or whatever it is. Probably going to be a little less because I'm highway walking instead of being on the trail. And that way I'll pass through Winthrop, Mazza, something or another, and then I can go to Concrete and then I can link back up with the trail. Or do I hitchhike and get a ride? I don't know, but I'm just trying to give everyone the heads up. There's going to be some changes going on. I don't even know how much the sections of trail that I can hike from leaving here to get to Ross Lake, they're shrinking down to past Styrian or whatever forest. That's all shrinking down to what you can even be on because of fire. So I guess maybe something could change in the next couple of days, but I have to stay on top of that. So I just want to let everybody know. Sorry, you're probably getting sick of staring at my ugly face. Yeah, so room's just a mess. They do laundry here first for free. Allison at the front desk is incredible. Just come here. The cable people were here in the parking lot yesterday, so I haven't had cable, but I don't care. I've been on my phone. I get perfect 5G. There's Wi-Fi in here. They give you a DVD player, and the lobby's filled with, like, classics. So you really don't need the cable, but it's football season, so I kind of wanted it, to be honest with you. But, yeah, so that's it. I don't know exactly what's going on. I'll try to keep, if you follow my Instagram, I'll keep you posted as I'm here. Of course, everything I've ordered hasn't even shipped yet, even though I ordered it yesterday. So hopefully all that stuff comes and works out.
I'm actually right now, if I had to give you a S, I'm leaning towards just getting a ride down to the next little town, which is Orvis or something, Lomas, I don't know. Just skipping like 20 miles, if that, and then road walking the Highway 20 for 200 miles. Hikers hike, right? Like, you gotta walk. I'm not gonna put my thumb out. How many times you gonna have to hitchhike to get 200 miles? So I just don't know. But that's what I'm leaning towards, doing some highway walking. Maybe find a trail ranger here that can give me a shot to like maybe Winthrop, so I can only gotta walk like 120 highway miles as opposed to 200 or whatever it is. So I don't know, but that's what I'm leaning towards. Just wanted to give everyone kind of posted on what's going on. But if you follow my Instagram, I'll keep you posted as the week goes on. I'm probably not leaving here till Thursday, maybe even Friday. So I'm going to be here for quite a while. Stuff can change. We'll see. Fingers crossed. If anyone's got any ideas or connections out here, let me know, please.